This is Hanging Heavy.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hanging Heavy. As always, I'm your boy Desecrator, and today we've got a show. Today is gonna be something I hope is interesting.
Oh, I like that.
But let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Today, right now, I'm drinking the drink of the night. Oh yeah, that's right. Your boy's on his second pina colada. Yeah, it's not the manliest drink, but I had the urge, so I said fuck it. I do like fucking at midnight. I like fucking at other times of the day too, but that's not the point. But yeah, as you could tell, I'm feeling kind of good. I don't think I'm gonna continue drinking these fucking pina coladas, but hey, two is not that bad. And for me, I like my drinks stacked, just like my fucking women. Shit, fuck yeah! Shout out to my big-breasted women's. But yeah, fucking, I like my drinks stacked. I'm a big boy. So I gotta make them a little strong. But after two, I'm kind of flying right now. So I'm gonna take it easy. And I'm gonna go ahead and fucking cruise some whiskey. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ah, come on, guys. You don't have to do that. Come on. More? There's more of you? Whoa. I didn't... Nah, fuck it, whatever. Oh, somebody's not feeling good. Usher. Is your man on the floor? Do you think you can run it? Oh shit, that's not Usher. And I said, yeah. Hey, fuck it. I got it. I fixed it. But yeah, I'm feeling good. In good spirits. My sister invited me and my dad out, or my family, I guess. My family out to eat early for Father's Day. It's coming up this Sunday. So, shout out to all my daddies. All my poppies. Today, or Sunday, is your day. And women?
Fuck that. I don't need that shit in my life.
Thank you, Tony. Yeah, hopefully you guys are in good spirits and good health. I know fucking things are a little hectic. We're expecting the second wave. The second wave.
He be like, shut the fuck up.
You know what I think of the second
He
wave?
be like, shut the fuck up. I be quiet.
When I
When he
leave,
leave,
I be talking again.
I be talking again.
So what is new with you guys? I thought it was weird going to a restaurant. Like everyone walked in wearing masks, face coverings, whatever, what have you. And literally nobody had masks on in this restaurant except for the waiting staff and the crew, the cleaning crew, hostess. But like all the patrons, nobody had fucking masks on. Now, I understand it's a restaurant and you gotta uncover your mouth to eat, but I don't think people were following the fucking social distancing rule, and that sucks.
Got him.
Yeah, I don't know what else. I walked in and I just felt like Everyone around
Idiots!
kind of walked in with that weird. I love that scream. Spaceman is. I walked in and I felt kind of weird. After a while, it sucks dick to fucking breathe in a mask. No pun intended, but there's no pun in that. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, fucking. It just felt weird being around so many people. All of a sudden, like, and fucking half of, or mostly everyone is not wearing a mask, and I don't get. I honestly don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. But after a while, I said, fuck it. If I'm gonna get this bitch, I'm in a fucking building full of people. I'm gonna get it now. Might as well just fucking accept death and get ready for my Viking funeral. So I took my mask off. I said, fuck it. I'm gonna enjoy myself. Now, they had TVs, like, showing sports, but seeing as how all sports are canceled and fucking half of the people in these sports probably have the coronavirus, y'all. The coronavirus. I finally said it. I said the coronavirus, y'all. Yeah, there was only Major League Bowling. That's a thing. And fucking these dudes are like the most out of shape people you could ever see. And most of these people look like fucking attorneys and stockbrokers and shit. They look like they have a fucking desk job or some shit. They work in accounting or fucking HR. There was this one dude that had a fucking Bob Ross fro, and he had some slick threads, so props to that guy. I didn't get his name because I don't give a fuck. It's Major League Bowling.
Fuck that! I don't need that shit in my life.
Exactly. Thank you, Tony. But for some reason, I was enthralled. So it was I guess like an elimination series. It was, I guess bowling is more woke than fucking every other sport because the men and women were competing against each other. Whoops, that was a wrong button. So yeah, fucking, I just felt weird being out in public. Kind of like felt wrong. But I wanted to go out with my dad to go have a fucking nice meal. It's been a couple months, you know. Now he's up there in age, so I'm more worried about him getting sick than me.
Dip, 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 dip.
But I guess you don't really live unless you risk a little.
God dang it, Bobby.
Nah, with that being said, be safe, be smart. Don't be an asshole. Don't be that guy. Now, I'm usually one to go against the norm. You're a hipster. No, I'm just not a fucking sheep. Oop, excuse me. Yeah, I like to do my own thing. Now, whether that goes against the majority, well, so be it. I like what I like, and I am who I am. Popeye said it best. I am who I am, and that's who I am. Oh, guys, come on. That was actually a terrible fucking impersonation, or whatever. But yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. Oh, come on. Oh, you're making me blush over here. My butt cheeks are red. I was clapping my cheeks. You guys are getting a little too loud, a little too raucous.
Dip, 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 dip.
Yeah, you're drowning out all my other buttons. Ooh, I like how it sounds like demons are singing. And it's a little slowed down. Oh, get that bump and grind. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like fucking at midnight. Now, I'm only playing a segment of that, and I fucking made demons sing it and slowed it down just a little bit, so hopefully the YouTube algorithm doesn't fuck me again. Now, fucking, that's my sweet Inception noise that I made on accident. Going back to probably my most listened episode, Spooky Scary Skeletons, I used this sound effect in between stories. And let's do a little bit of background. Now, my mic is on a boom arm that has springs on it. Now, I don't know if you can hear that. I'm plucking the springs. They kind of reverberate. Now, in this microphone, it absorbs a lot of vibration, but even then, you can still hear it. See how that sounds real horror-like? Ominous noise. With the old mic that I was using, when I slammed my desk like this, it made this sweet noise. Whoops. So this is literally just me slamming my desk and the mic picking up all the vibrations. That sounds kind of cool. Shit, it's fucking peaking like a motherfucker. But I guess with that being in mind, I started working on some fucking music. That now working on music in this instance, I'm literally just fucking around the DAW that I'm using and just using loops, and I'm arranging them. So I guess you could say I'm arranging music. What the fuck? So I arranged this little piece. I'm gonna go ahead and let it play out. Oops. So yeah, I'm gonna let it play for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it because it's basically repetitive. This is the first layer that I'm doing. Now, if you don't know very much about me as a musician, I'm very percussive. I like percussion more. So I'm rhythmic. I'm a bass player. What the fuck do you expect? So yeah, I'll probably just put fucking noises in the background. That's all good and gravy. But with that, my piña colada is already done, and I'm gonna go ahead and get a new drink. And oh man, I fucking love this. It's got like a weird fucking jungle vibe to it so far, and almost I don't know how to describe this sound. It just jungle drum and bass. I don't know. Moon baton. I don't fucking really know. It's got like a real Latin jungle vibe. So fuck it. I called it Jungle Jams. I'll go ahead and come back in a second. Much love and rich and rare. So I'm back. And yeah, that's the beginning stages of what I'm working on right now. God damn it! Fucking studio fucking problems, man. I need to either get fucking wireless headphones to do this shit, because I always step on my fucking headphone cable and it comes undone and I can't hear shit. So I gotta go in and fuck with it until it sits just right. There we go. Okay, sorry about that, but we're all good. Yeah, so another little bit of music that I was working on, and I guess I'll use it as some placeholder music, but I want to talk about something that I've been curious about. Okay, so now this song is just gonna be fucking droning, and it's simple. It's got a nice little soft, elegant sound to it, but with that droning, dee-ding, 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 dee-ding. Okay, anyway, so I like fucking headphones, speakers, whatever. I like fucking with them, and I like finding shit that works well, right? So I have some over the ears noise canceling AKG headphones, and those are fucking awesome. They sound amazing, and they have a decent battery life. But over the ear headphones get hot after a while, and I live in Texas, so Texas is hot as fuck, even at night. And right now we're getting a lot of rain for some reason. El Nino. And yeah, it's a little humid outside to be wearing fucking leather padded ear headphones. So I've been looking to get some Bluetooth earbuds. And not those bullshit ass fucking AirPods that sound like shit apparently. And they look fucking stupid. And they're fucking expensive. So I said no. I watch a lot of YouTube, and a lot of the people that I watch, a lot of the times are sponsored by the company the company that makes the headphones that I bought. I didn't use anybody's code, so I didn't give them any kickback, but the headphones that I bought were on sale. Now, these headphones that I'm talking about, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They're Raycon. I'm not a sponsor. They didn't pay me to say this. I wish they did. But I saw them on sale, and for the price, wireless headphones. I took a shot. I think they were $70 with shipping. Now, my other headphones, the over-the-ear AKGs, now those are, if I bought them new, they would cost me, depending on where I bought them, maybe $175 to $200, $225. And they're completely worth it. They're noise-canceling to a certain degree. And if you've ever tried noise-canceling headphones, you get that weird, stuffy-headed feeling. Because it feels like your ears can't breathe because there's no sound, right? Like your ears are not used to that. Your ears are constantly used to having airwaves being pushed into them, and with the noise canceling, it kind of like mutes all of that out, so it feels weird. You get used to it once you start playing stuff, but if you listen to it, like if you try to listen to outside noise with noise canceling headphones, you get this weird like headspace feeling, or at least I do. Everyone's different. But back to these Raycons. These Raycons, now they have the E25s, which is basically what everyone gets sponsored to sell. Those are I guess they're second generation, because I bought the E50s. There's slightly little differences, but they're basically the same earbud. But these were on sale compared to the other ones, were a little more expensive. I think they were probably would have cost me $90 shipped out. But yeah, these E50s, I got them to my house, I think for like $68 American. And I've got to say, they come with a little charging pod, which is, if any of you are old enough to remember what a pager is, it's like half of a pager thickness, or not thick, it's probably as thick as a pager and about half as long. It's a tiny little fucking thing. You put it in your pocket and you forget about it, which is good. That's what you want, right? It's not fucking humongous. And here, okay, so let's read the back of the box. I have the box with me. It's easy to pair, compatible with both Apple and Android. The charging capsule fully charges your headphones up to 5 times while on the go. Now, the battery life for the headphones is supposed to be 6 hours of playback before they need to be recharged. And they make calls and listen to music, right? They're kind of almost like molded earbuds, because like they have the little ear tip that goes into your ear, but then it has kind of like a rest. I don't want to call it a hook, but it like tucks kind of into the fold of your ear. And for me, like I guess I have small ears. That part that's protruding out, that's supposed to keep the headphone from rotating in your ear, sometimes it hurts. Like if I'm laying down, or yeah, well, if I'm laying down, that's basically the only time that it bothers me. Yeah, I mean, it was super easy to pair it, but the sound. Now, Raycon, if you don't know, is a company that I guess is started or backed by Ray J, because the user guide has his fucking John Hancock. Let me go ahead and read the user guide. It has a little inspirational note. Inspired by underdogs and big dreams, we are the brand that believes in you. I launched Raycon to inspire people that they can achieve greatness through hard work and passion. The future is yours to grabs. So is this dick. Aim high and never stop. Okay, the dick part was not there. And then it says signed Ray J with his shit ass autograph. They came packaged well. They fit very well. They come with 6 different sized ear tips, a charging cable, a little mini lanyard, and they're fucking... You kind of forget they're in your ear, which is crazy. Like I said, they do pretty well in sweat. I mean, I'm a big boy. I'll sweat me some. But I'm able to wear them for long periods of time. They don't hurt. So do yourself a favor. Fucking buy a pair. Try them out. I mean, I think they have a 30-day warranty. So if you don't like it, send them back. But the E50s that I bought, I'm thoroughly impressed with them. They sound pretty solid. Now, like fucking, if they were made by Beats, they would be super bass heavy, which is cool. But when you listen to rock and like classical and stuff that has a lot of high end, you miss it because they sound like shit. They're designed by Apple, so it makes a lot more sense. But these are like, they have enough low end to kick. They're not super deep bass, but it's substantial. It's enough for something this small. Yeah, like they kick pretty good. They're not the best for fucking super deep bass, but I mean, they have nice mids, and the highs are clear enough. Now, they're not audiophile quality, but they're fucking... I'd recommend them. Like, if I knew somebody was in the market to get some wireless earbuds, whether they're gonna fucking go work out or whatever, I would recommend Raycons. I've had these for about pretty much the entire quarantine, and I've been sitting on them, waiting to talk about them. I was gonna wait till I had somebody to discuss them with, but you know what? Fuck it. It's time that I let you know what's up. So if I ever come across something that I think people should fucking know about, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Because why am I gonna keep it to myself like a bitch? But yeah, fucking, if you're looking for headphones, earbuds, whatever, wireless, check them out. They're pretty solid. Now, okay, let me go ahead and tell you the bad things that I've noticed with them. They suck dick for making phone calls. So they're just for music, alright? You can make them, but you kind of gotta yell. Because, like, where the microphone placement is kind of stupid. But whatever. I wasn't looking to use them for fucking business calls anyway. They're fucking small enough to be very discreet. And like, they're easy to connect, but every now and then, like, if you pause your music and you're kind of standing still and not listening to anything, sometimes one of them will turn off. Like, it's super easy, just turn it back on. They reconnect, whatever. Or sometimes there'll be like a stutter of lag every now and then. I mean, if you're not paying attention, you'll probably never notice it. But since I'm super or hyper aware of like what I'm listening to or what I'm doing pretty much all the time, a humble brag.
Dip.
So yeah, I mean, every now and then they'll occasionally fucking unpair. All you gotta do is turn them off, turn them back on, put them in the case, put them back on, whatever. Super simple, but sometimes it catches you off guard and you're like, what the fuck, didn't I turn my headphones on? Where'd the sound go? But yeah, they're better. There's more pros to them than there are cons, which is what you want.
God dang it, Tommy.
So yeah, check them out. Look around YouTube. Maybe somebody that you watch is sponsored by Raycon. You'll get them for like 15% off or whatever. I mean, that takes away, that basically free shipping. So yeah, fucking check them out if you're into it. Yeah, that's the word of the day from your boy Desi. Desi likes to keep it clean and never messy.
Dip, 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 dip.
Unless he's fucking. If you like fucking at midnight. If you like to make fucking at midnight.
Oh, I like that.
Alright, that's enough of that. So yeah, check out Raycon. I wish I was sponsored. If hopefully maybe somebody can get in touch with Raycon and let them hear my glowing review of their product. If not, then I hit it first. What's up, Ray J? Hit him with that long dick. Yeah, fucking Ray J fucked the Kardashian. You know, speaking of the Kardashian, this has been a long time. I guess you could call it conspiracy. Not really a conspiracy, but it's just something that I've noticed. But anytime anyone puts their dick in or becomes involved with any of the Kardashians, their career goes to shit. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up. Look up their past boyfriends, girlfriends. Yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna go on that one. But yeah, fucking that's a long-going theory that I have. If you put your dick in crazy, you're gonna get crazy outcomes, you know? Or whatever. Rich and rare. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start another segment that I haven't done in quite some time. I had prepped before, once they started opening stores up here locally. But let's go ahead and get into it.
This is your mom.
This is the segment Your Mom. And mom, and by your mom, excuse me, I mean your music of the month. Now, this segment, I go to a local bookstore that also sells albums, records, collectibles, video games, movies. It's I think it's owned by Books A Million. So I mean, basically, all the shit that they can't sell goes to this store, and this store is called Second and Charles. Not a sponsor, but if you're looking to sponsor a small boy, yeah, fuck, sorry. Okay, so yeah, I go to this store, and I just browse their CDs haphazardly. No intentions to look for something specific, because it's basically just a clusterfuck of random shit. It's somewhat in order, but today I'm gonna go ahead and start off. I have 4 albums to go through. Usually I do 3, but since I haven't done it in a while, let's go ahead and we'll do an extra one. We'll kick in a little extra fucking juice. So the first album that I picked up, now there's 3 criteria that I look for when I'm picking these albums. It doesn't matter about the genre. The less I know about this band, the better. I'm going for eclectic, some of the smaller people, or vintage, nostalgia. And okay, so they have to either have a cool band name, questionable band name, or a really fucking dumb band name, group name, whatever. If it's a single person, if there's a awesome artwork on the album cover, if there's really fucking tacky, terrible, cliche, basically, if it looks like shit and I can make fun of it, I'll pick it up. If it looks like I might enjoy it, I'll pick it up. If it looks like I wonder what the fuck this is, I'll pick it up. So, I mean, if it looks cool, it sounds cool, name-wise, album-wise, or if there's a fucking group photo and they look like a bunch of fucking clowns, I'll pick it up, right? There's no bias for my fucking insults. Everyone catches a bullet eventually. Okay, so now all of these albums are they're going to be either $5 American or cheaper. The cheapest one that I picked up today was a single dollar, but they all mostly go around $3-4, right? Yeah, they're all $3 except for the $1. So I pay $10 for fucking 4 albums. Now, whether or not I keep all 4 albums is up to them. But the first one that I picked up, it's a real close-up, grainy, black and white picture of some dude smiling, and he has some kind of metallic tooth in this smile. Whether that's gold or silver, doesn't matter. That's the front cover. The band name is Sponge. The album name is Wax Ecstatic. Wax Ecstatic by the band Sponge. Now the back of the cover. Oh, another criteria: if they have cool song names or fucking wild song names, dumb song names, crazy ones, whatever. Yeah, basically the same thing. Yeah, the back of the album cover is white with a group photo that's like got the exposure and the contrast and the white balance boosted way the fuck up, so that they're basically indistinguishable, but they look like they're wearing skinny jeans. Now, this album came out in 1996 on Sony Music Entertainment, so these dudes got on a major label. Oh, and Columbia in 96. So these guys are from the 90s. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in, and if there's anything noteworthy, I'll cut it into the episode. I don't give a fuck. These guys are probably not gonna come after me. I doubt this band's even a fucking band anymore. It's Wax Ecstatic by Sponge. I'll get back to it. Wax Ecstatic, Richard Rand. Okay, so that didn't take very long. They were better than I thought they would be, but unless you're directing a movie and you want it to feel like it's in the 90s, you'll put some Sponge on that soundtrack. There's a couple songs on them that maybe I'll give another go, but for the most part, I guess the only sponge in my house is the one that I use to wash the dishes.
Dip, 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 dip.
Okay, so let's fucking go ahead and throw that in the garbage. Number 2. Now, this was supposed to be a little surprise for my Canadian brethren, Carlton, seeing as how this band is, I'm gonna guess from Canada. Oh fuck, hold on, let me give a quick rundown on Sponge. I looked up their Wikipedia. Apparently they're still a band. I don't know what label they're on. I didn't look that deep into it, but they were formed in Detroit, Michigan. Now, grinding rock, I guess you could call it garage rock, in the 90s in Detroit. Oof, that was probably rough. I bet you a bunch of brothers were just walking around like,
He be like, shut the fuck up.
they'd be like, hey, y'all practicing?
He be like, shut the fuck up.
And they're gonna be like,
Dip, 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 dip.
and the guy's gonna be like,
He be like, shut the fuck up.
but yeah, Sponge, Detroit, Michigan. Let's just go ahead and shout out my Michigan brothers. I get a lot of listens from Michigan. Shout out to the listeners there. I know I talk a lot about the Spectators, and they dropped some news. They're no longer gonna be just a label signing artists. They're going back to, or I guess they're moving on to being more of a collective. They're going more towards their namesake because they go by the Spectator Collective now. And yeah, fucking that's cool. They already have a bunch of artists on roster. From what I gather, they're gonna go ahead and let the artists control their own music versus trying to have a finger in every pot. Packy's the main artist, at least to me, on the Spectators. It's the reason why they're even a collective. They got Apollo, and they named a bunch of other brothers and dudes and guys, but I have no idea who the fuck they are. I'm not from Michigan, but I do know who Apollo is, and I do know who Packy is, and them's the good shits.
Dip, 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 dip.
So fucking props to them. Hopefully everything works out. I can't wait for You Guess You Had to Be There drop as a full album. I'm gonna totally buy it. Give him my money, even though I gave him my money to get the album streamed for free. But yeah, I like to support the artists that I like. So I buy their merch. I buy their shit. So yeah, I guess moving on to the next one, this Canadian band, they go by the name Hilt, and the album name is Stone Man. Now the reason why I picked it up was because there's strange artwork on the front cover. Let me go ahead and turn my light on real quick. So there's super high grainy, super high contrast, high exposure. Apparently this was a thing in the 90s. High contrast, high exposure, white balance, fucking crazy as fuck. Super washed out image of a guy. It looks like on his knees with his head dropped into his hands. Like he's like, why the fuck did I put my dick in that guy? But there's a huge stripe cutout of that, and coming out of that there's like looks like a painting, and the painting reminded me of the Scream. So I picked it up. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick listen, and we'll see if this is the poutine, if this is the gravy on the poutine, or it's just garbage ass fucking Canadian bullshit. Richard. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so I had to look it up. Apparently, this is not really an album, but more of a remix EP. So they have a very popular song called Stone Man. Now, Stone Man, in this instance, there's two versions of Stone Man, both remixes by somebody else. And there's two other songs that are also remixed, I guess. And one of them is Hitler. I didn't even catch that when I picked it up, but there you go. And the other one is BITD, Beer in the District. And that's an unreleased track. But what fucking sets these guys off is this is basically a side group of some of the main members from Skinny Puppy. I grew up listening to Skinny Puppy, so that's kind of crazy. Now, Skinny Puppy is a Canadian industrial group, and a majority of two of their members are in Hilt. So yeah, it's basically I guess you would call it early 80s industrial, kind of synthy more, or more towards the synthy side of industrial than fucking gritty grinding and fucking chunky ass rhythmic Ministry style fucking Punishment, aka industrial, the way God intended. So yeah, I fuck with this. This shit is fucking good. I should have looked at the back of it more in detail, but I mean, for $3, I'm not gonna be that asshole. And the third one that I'm gonna pick up is, again, I think this was one of those promotional albums that they would send radio stations, because it's basically the same track, like unedited, and then the radio mix. So I think the copy that I have of this album, it literally only has 3 tracks. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Let me turn my light on again. Okay, so the group, or the persons, the people, are collective fucking formative group, whatever you want to fucking call them, are the Lords of Acid. And the song is called Take Control. So it's 1, Take Control. Number 2, Let's Get High. And number 3, Take Control radio version. So I think this is one of those fucking demos that they send out. And this is the one that cost me $1. Now, the name Lords of Acid just tripped something in my mind, in my memory. I've heard that before, so I said, fuck it. If it feels like I remember that name, or like it tingles something in my brain hole, I'll take it. Fuck it. It's $1. So this is basically just an add-on to the last and 4th one. I'm going to go ahead and listen to this song from Lords of Acid, and the song is Take Control. If you can find it on YouTube, play it with me. We'll play it in 3, 2, Rich and Rare. So this is Lords of Acid. Now, I knew I've heard of them. Lords of Acid are a Belgian-American electronic music group. That's enough of that. And they've been around since the 80s, the late 80s. Now, their genre I was unaware of, but the genre, as listed by Wikipedia, is new beat. Now, new beat is a style of Belgian underground music and subculture that fused house and acid genres that flourished in Western Europe during the late 1980s. It's a type of electronic dance music and electronic body music that was played at a slower speed and influenced the evolution of industrial dance. Let me go ahead and just open that link. And of the evolution of industrial dance music. Okay, so yeah, that little snippet was them, and that's the song fucking Take Control. Because the singer is Lords of Acid, Take Control, or whatever the fuck it was. And again, I fucks with this. I like electronic music, and this is early electronic music. Let me go ahead. Oh fuck, I closed it. Let me see when it says that this came out. 1991. If you couldn't tell, it sounded like some fucking Mortal Kombat bullshit. Not a sponsor.
Dip, 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 dip.
But yeah, that was Lords of Acid. Now it's 2 songs. I'll listen to the other ones, but yeah, I get their shit. I get their sound. So I guess that brings me to my 4th and last selection. Now, I listened to metal and heavy rock and hard rock growing up, and towards the end of high school, I guess, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so in high school, I listened to Slipknot, and Slipknot was fucking awesome. I saw Slipknot live. Fucking great show. But fucking Joey Jordison decided at a certain time to create a little side project, I guess, during his Slipknot off time, you know? And he went and created the Murder Dolls. The Murder Dolls are basically like a horror rock band. And fucking, I had one of their songs stuck in my head a couple days ago. Now, the part that I had stuck in my head was, "She was a teenage zombie." She was a teenage corpse. She was a teenage zombie. Drop dead gorgeous, that's for sure. Now, it sounds completely different. But yeah, pretty much. I had that stuck in my head. Now, that's not even like the title track of this album. But whatever, fucking. I looked them up on YouTube and I listened to the song. I got my fix, right? So when I went looking for albums, I noticed this one right away. It fucking jumped out of. It basically jumped into my hands. That's too much of a destiny for me not to pick it up. So I picked up Beyond the Valley of the Murder Dolls, their debut album, and it has a DVD, which has I guess music videos and a live recording of them. Now they're basically fucking ex-members of Dope and I guess horror rock bands. But Wednesday 13 sings. That's the only other person I know in this group besides Joey Jordison. Fuck. Maybe somebody else from Dope is in this band, but whatever. That's what it reminded me of back then. That's why I picked it up. Joey Jordison. Fucking let's go. And it's definitely showing its age. It's almost borderline cringe now, but I got it just for the nostalgia. I'm not going to go ahead and waste my time reviewing this one because I already know that I like it because I bought it. I never owned that album growing up, but I listened to their music back in the day when they used to show music videos on TV. Now that's no longer a thing.
Dip, 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 dip.
But yeah, I guess that brings an end to today's.
This is your mom.
So yeah, let me go ahead and just gather my thoughts and much love. Oh, whoa, 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 bring it back. We'll go ahead and take a break there, guys. Rich and rare. Okay, so I'm back. And, oh my god, I'm back again. I guess I kind of wanted to just shoot the shit a little bit. So, my neighborhood is nothing to fucking write home about. Nothing usually happens. But I do live in a part where occasionally you'll hear sirens. Random sirens, police, ambulance, whatever have you. And, fucking... Okay, so this happened maybe a month ago. I've been sitting on this for a little bit. I have a neighbor. I live on the cul-de-sac, so I have... there's, let's see, one... There's 2 houses. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... So there's 6 people on the roundabout in my cul-de-sac. 6 houses. And, one of the houses has new tenants. They've been there for maybe less than a year. And they're fucking the obnoxious people on the block right now. I don't talk to any of my neighbors because fuck the neighborhood watch.
Fuck that! I don't need that shit in my life.
Thank you, Tony. But yeah, fucking, we just know them as the asshole. So this dude's a security guard, not fucking knocking his job. He has a job. I don't. Fuck. Fuck. Self-burn.
God dang it, Bobby.
And for some reason, this asshole bought a car that looks like a cop car. It's not a cop car. It's never a model cops have ever used here in Texas. But it's his fucking work vehicle, and I'm pretty sure they told him that he didn't have to buy it, but he bought it. Whatever, that's not the point. So this asshole... Well, first off, it was a fucking clunker, so he had to fix it to get it to work. And then he had to fix all the electronics and wiring to get the cop lights to work. So it's been a fucking open project on the front yard, as we do down here in South Texas. And fucking he finally got it going, and I guess his buddy was around, and they were shooting the shit. Now, I don't know if he owns this car or if it's his friends. I don't know who lives there, like, completely. But this car is here a lot of the time on that lot, and it's a like a BMW compact convertible, silver. And his buddy was there, and I guess he fucking just got a sick sound system because he had the doors open and they were fucking bouncing music. I mean, I could hear it from inside my house. I mean, they're like literally in the street outside my house, so I mean, there's not really much blocking sound, acoustic wise, but fucking like they're just shooting the shit, and he's had his music on for maybe an hour, maybe two, and I'm fucking cleaning the back of my pickup truck out, and I noticed that there's smoke coming out of the car. Now, I'm not one to fucking to pry into other people's business, so I just figured, oh fuck, these guys are gonna hotbox that little ass car. I mean, that's what else? What else good is that fucking bitch ass car? So whatever, fucking, it's like thin smoke at first, but then the smoke starts to thicken.
God dang it, Bobby.
And it gets a little thicker, and I guess homeboy notices, and he runs to his car. And like I see that he's panicking, like he doesn't know what to do. There's a lady there, and she's like freaking out, like she's trying to go inside, come outside, go inside. He doesn't know what to tell her. He turns the music off like instantly, like boom. You hear the music cut out, and I'm just watching him like behind my bushes and shit, out of sight, out of mind. And this dude is freaking out, so he cuts his music, or maybe the music cut itself. But then I started smelling the smoke or whatever was burning, and it smelled like plastic. So I figured this dumb idiot burned out his amplifier and set his car on fire. And quite literally, that's what happened, because it burned for like a couple minutes, real thin smoke, right? And then the smoke started getting thicker and thicker until he noticed it. And fucking I think he opened the door and fucking hosed it down. Like, what the fuck else are you gonna do? My car's on fire. Fuck. So fucking, for showing off and being a dickhead, this motherfucker set his car on fire. I like that was just something that I thought was fucking awesome. Humor in itself. And now fast forward to maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm going to run some errands at fucking, and I'm backing out of my house, and when I'm walking to my car, the neighbor next to them, they have a bunch of cars. They have a big lot. So like it's rare that you'll ever see them crowded around or whatever the fuck. They have this one pickup truck in the driveway, and it's pretty close to the house. Their driveway like really literally just goes up to the front door. So I mean, you could park in front of the front door and no one would be able to get out of the house, right? There's nothing cutting it off. So fucking I walk out and I notice some smoke billowing out from under the hood. And I figured, oh well, fucking, they probably just changed the oil, and the fucking whatever they spilled is burning off the engine or whatever, right? It wasn't thick smoke or anything. And I went inside. I forgot my wallet. I went inside and I came back out, and the smoke was thicker. And I figured, oh well, fuck, maybe they spilled a lot of smoke, or maybe they just need to change the oil in the car. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's none of my business. So I get in my car. I fucking put up my seatbelt. I put the jams on. I fucking put the fucking truck in reverse, and I start backing out. And I'm looking over my shoulder backwards to make sure I don't fucking rear or back into anybody. And when I turn around over my shoulder, I instantly see a little flicker of flame come out from under the hood. But then I turned around because there's nobody behind me. So I'm like, I stopped in the middle of the street and I was like, did I just see fucking fire? So I turn around the other way over my other shoulder, because the window's almost facing their fucking driveway. And at this point, the fucking whole front end is engulfed in fucking 10 feet high flames. I'm like, oh shit, this fucking bitch is gonna burn down tonight. Like, this bitch is, I don't want to leave. I want to see what fucking happens. But like these neighbors have been here for a long time. I mean, like, my dad's friends with the lady that lives there. So I call him and I'm like, hey, can you call a fucking neighbor and tell her that I think her truck's on fire. He's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's on fire. Like, there's flames coming out of it. Fucking big flames. Like, it's on fire for real. Like, fucking go outside if you don't believe me." And he was like, "No, no, no." And like, he basically hung up on me. And I was like, "Well, fuck, I ain't no firefighter." So I put my bitch in drive and I took off. I let him know so he can alert her or whatever, right? I'm gone for like 30 minutes. I come back and the hood is open. The truck is not on fire anymore. It's not burned to fucking just the hubcaps in cinder. I was pretty disappointed, but I guess they got it cut off. They handled it before the fire department had to be called. But my main concern was that the truck was so close to the house that most definitely the house was going to catch on fire. So in the span of 3 months, I've seen 2 car fires that were not the result of riots or protests.
God dang it, Bobby. Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, fucking, it's quiet around here, but some crazy shit happens every now and then. Recently, literally either yesterday night or early this morning, there's an apartment complex not too far from my house that a car, and it's on a long curve. I don't know how, but a car jumped the curb over a little lawn, and it's about, I want to say, 20 yards from the curb to the edge of the building. This motherfucker clipped the corner of the building, and that shit was like a fucking, it looked like a cave entrance. Like, he fucking sheared off the piece of this building. And immediately in my head was like, was this fucking building made out of paper mache? Ooh, pre-jacked. Was this building made out of paper mache? Ha, come on, guys. I fucked up a joke and I redid it. Okay. I did good. I get it. But I'm reaching that hour mark, and I feel that I've gotten back into the motions. So I'm gonna go ahead and just end it here. Thank you for staying tuned. If this is your first time, I appreciate it if you could share the word on this fucking bonkers ass podcast on your social media. Spread the word. Let people know that I exist. We exist. Like-minded individuals, people that you hate, people that you don't want to ever speak to again, fucking send them my way. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. As always, I'm your boy Desecrator. This was Hanging Heavy, the podcast where the conversation can get as heavy as the host. I like to end the show off with a nice little mwah. No, that's not true. Fuck you guys. But I do like to end it off with much love and rich and rare.
This is Hanging Heavy. This is Hanging Heavy.